Good evening. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. I just wanted to thank you all. I'm solo tonight. Mary Ellen, our holistic nutritionist, is traveling, so I'm going to do the best that I can to share this amazing information with you, just to help you understand how you can support your immune system and give your body the best nutrition to fight just about anything. And I have been using the Neolife products for over 33 years. When I was first introduced to Neolife, I really struggled with my immune system. I was using antihistamines pretty much year round. I was tired all the time. And I was really struggling with my hormones. My mom was in a lot of pain. And back then, they were not diagnosing fibromyalgia. And a dear friend and neighbor just asked if I would try these products with her. And we decided to give them a try, even though we were really uncertain because mom had been taking supplements before with no results. So I was kind of a little worried, but I knew I had to try something. And we did. And the difference was amazing. 33 years later, I feel younger in my late 50s than I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. And my mom, who's going to be 80 in a years, is living an incredible life. So I'm so grateful and so blessed to have been introduced to these amazing whole food supplements to fill the gap as to what was missing in our diet. And that's what I'm going to help you understand that it's not just about taking supplements. It's about filling the gap and also looking at the food that you're putting into your body and what you're not putting into your body. So we are focusing on and the immune system this evening. And, your immune system is your first line of defense against everything. Okay. So we're going to be really focusing on our immune system. And what causes cancer? I mean, there's so many things that cause cancer. And so cancer is a mistake cell that is growing out of control. An excess of free radicals in the body, poor nutrition, an excess or deficiency of nutrients also cause cancer. And you are what you eat, poor lifestyle choices, stress, even sedentary lifestyles, toxic burdens, the overload of toxins in your environment and in your food, a breakdown in the immune system, and even sugar. Okay, guys, so we're going to be talking a little bit about that. So this is more of a techie explanation, and then I'm going to show you a kind of a simpler version because I'm very visual. But a free radical in the process of creating energy than the furnace or fireplace of a cell. So your cell is where disease starts. Occasionally, a charged oxygen molecule is created called a free radical. Free radical is an oxygen molecule that has at least one unpaired electron in its outer orbit. This literally gives the molecule an electrical charge, which creates a rapid movement as it tries to find an electron from the tissue around it. If it is not readily neutralized by an antioxidant, we're going to be talking a lot of antioxidants tonight, it can go on to damage the cell wall, vessel wall, proteins, fats, and even the DNA nucleus of the cell. And remember, in the nucleus of the cell, that's where disease starts. So you want to make sure that we're neutralizing these free radicals, and we're going to be talking about the different foods and nutrients that will help to do that. So there are many things that increase the number of free radicals you produce. Excessive stress, excessive exercise, pollutants in our air, food and water, sunlight, radiation, medication, cigarette smoke. Medical and scientific literature has shown us beyond a shadow of a doubt that the root cause of 70 chronic degenerative diseases is the result of oxidative stress from excessive free radicals. An antioxidant has the ability to repair a free radical by giving up the electron. Tissue is not harmed, and antioxidants protect healthy tissue and leave cancer cells more vulnerable to damage from chemo and radiation. So this is the visual, okay? I don't know if you have any bakers or if you understand what happens to metal on a car when it's exposed to air, right? When you cut that apple in half and it's exposed to air, it oxidizes, right? But if you squeeze lemon on the apple or even like bananas when you're baking, it kind of slows down that aging process, okay? And even metal on a car. When metal is exposed to air and oxygen, it oxidizes. So what do they do? they coat the metal to protect it, to protect the oxidative damage happening to the metal on the car. That's the same that happens to our cells. And we have trillions of cells. And if our cells are not protected, we're going to have the oxidative damage that can cause cancer and other autoimmune diseases. So the three pillars of immunity, okay, we're going to be focusing on prevention, recovery, and healing. And in order to have all this, you need nutrients to protect your cells. And the nutrients we're going to be focusing on tonight are phytonutrients, lipids and sterols, omega-3, probiotics, vitamins and minerals, and antioxidants. So these are all the key nutrients that help to protect your cells and to strengthen your immune system. Your cells need protection because every cell takes over 10,000 hits a day, free radical hits. In athletes, probably 10 times more, okay? So an unprotected cell that doesn't have a lot of fruits and vegetables to protect it is under free radical hits, constantly being hit. A protected cell by high fruit and vegetable diet is more protected, okay? So free radical damage is the enemy that speeds up the aging of our cells. So if you want to slow aging and protect your body, we need to be eating a lot more fruits and veggies. And that's what we're going to be talking, especially in the antioxidant area. But also our cell membrane. Our cell membrane controls nutrients going in and waste going out. And grain oils from grain, are the building blocks. The cell membrane structure for brain and nerve function and hormones, these oils from grain are critical. They are essential. And they keep the cell membrane soft and permeable so nutrients can go in and waste can go out. But you know what? Our grains are no longer whole. We no longer have any of these good fats in any of our, so we're extremely deficient. They used to grind the wheat, make the flour, make the bread, and these grain oils were in the grain. But now we call this the great grain robbery because of longer shelf life, milling of the grain, and you're left with this kind of flour, starch, protein, gluten product that many people today have trouble digesting, okay? Sensitive to wheat. So that's one of the deficiencies are those grain oils. Now let's talk about before processing of grains. There was real food or preserved with natural fermentation, not chemicals. People and animals ate real food, grown locally, ripened naturally, harvested close to the time of eating, unprocessed. Grains were stored in its whole form until it was needed, okay? And they were ground right, okay? So again, these are just some of the challenges and why there's such a need for supplementation. Another reason is soil demineralization, food processing. Our travels thousands of kilometers, and now most of our foods are genetically modified. The soils are fertilized with only 3 minerals. And in nature, you would find more than different minerals in the soil. And what are GMOs? Well, GMOs, genetically modified, means that they crossed the genes of a plant with the genes of another organism, either from animals. So it literally changes the whole structure of the seed. So our seeds and our foods, our fruits and vegetables, and even our fish now, it's not the same food that we were eating 70 years ago. You know, when you look at GMO seeds, they're used to promise of yielding more crops and larger sizes, more resistant to frost, bruising, for example, to make the color size more appealing, to increase sales, okay? So the shelf life is longer, they don't rot as fast, they're resistant to all chemicals, so pesticides, herbicides, insecticides can be sprayed without killing the crops, and every year, pest becomes more resistant, all in the name of profit, not health. So supplementation, again, is something that we're going to be talking about this evening, but who can you trust, right? There's so many challenges today. Researchers found over 776 products that were marketed as dietary supplements. They contained hidden active ingredients that are unsafe or unstudied. And even the FDA, they found nearly 50 dietary supplements had hidden drugs that were sold on Amazon and eBay. So when you look at Neolife, the whole philosophy behind the company is based in nature and backed by science. They're created by doctors and scientists based on whole food cytonutrition. They stay within the human food chain, non-GMO and full traceability. They can tell you when that tomato seed was planted, when the nutrients were extracted, right back to the original seed stock that was planted. Clinically proven in human clinical studies. And we do have a pharmaceutical license for manufacturing. And this is what kind of impressed me, especially when I looked at the company being around since 1958. Do you know in 66 years, we've never had a recall? That says a lot about a company and the integrity of the products. And they stay within the human food chain. We're not just natural. Okay, anything could be natural. So it's important that you understand we're made from whole food, non-GMO, gluten-free raw materials, and we have that transgenetic testing of each batch. And the drivers behind this excellence is our scientific advisory board. We have a team of scientists that work together to develop and manufacture our products. They don't just endorse the product. And Dr. Arthur First is a founding member of our scientific advisory board. He put together the most brilliant scientists, and they're always looking for new scientists to come on board that will give us this amazing support. And they don't just endorse, they're actually involved in working with the company and developing and creating this amazing science. And one of the products that we're going to be talking about is Betagard, because Dr. Arthur Betagard, he founded our scientific advisory board. And when he formulated Betagard, it was because of our environmental challenges. And this product has been designed to play an important role in detoxifying the body from heavy metal exposure and developed to remove the long effects of chemotherapy. This is one of my favorite products. It did help me with my allergies. And when you look at Dr. Arthur First and where he's come from, he founded the Stanford Cancer Chemotherapy Laboratory. He was credited with being the founder of oral chemotherapy. And he led the Neolife Scientific Advisory Board for over 25 years. Now, he shifted his focus to prevention and ending the trend of chronic disease. And our research has been published in several peer-reviewed medical journals with third-party credibility, which is really important as well. And the reason why Dr. Arthur First got away from the drug research, the prevention aspect, he knew that our food and our diet played such a big role in preventing disease and protecting our bodies. And, when you look at what we should be eating, what our fridges should look like and our pantries should look like. But unfortunately, I'm kind of scared to say this, but a lot of our teenagers or kids in university and colleges, this is what their fridges look like. And a lot of families at home, they purchase these things because they taste good. I don't know, do they? But there's not a lot of nutritional value in foods. And when you're looking at fruits and veggies, they're recommending to intake over 9 to 13 servings, excuse me, of fruits and vegetables every single day. That's the challenge. And that's why Dr. First knew that there was a gap. And he knew that we had to find a way to supplement, to fill the gap as to what's missing in our diet. So the solutions that Neolife has is a product that Dr. First developed called carotenoid complex. And the USD researchers and the CDC, they proved that this product will boost your immune system 37 days, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and presented at the New York Academy of Sciences. And it's made from peaches and peppers and spinach and apricots, tomatoes, all made from whole food. One of these, if you take one of these every day, after a month, it's like 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables for antioxidant power. That's pretty powerful. And you're getting one Vitality, which is a multivitamin pack. Okay, so this is kind of like I call this a Cadillac of multis because it has more than just a multivitamin. Okay, it has your multivitamin in there, but also has your omega-3 carotenoid, okay, which is your fruits and veggies, your antioxidants, and has those lipids and phytosterols, those grain oils that are missing. And this is what started this company in 1958. This vitamin pack just helps for cellular energy and lifelong health. And it's such a powerhouse product. So contains 4 of these individual products in its convenient little pack, and it's kind of the base of our core 3 nutrition. TRANN is the one thing that's in this little pack, scientifically studied for performance to help your cell membrane just work better. Nutrients and waste can go out. Remember, we talked about the DNA and the mutation of the cell and how disease starts in the nucleus of the cell. Well, these grain oils called TRANN helps the cell membrane just work better so nutrients can get in and waste can get out. So that's one of the little capsules that's in that little multivitamin pack. The other one is fish oil, salmon oil. Omega-3 fish oil balances your cells. A lot, how does this play a role in cancer? Well, when you look at inflammation and oxidation, right? Fish oil, our omega-3 fish oil, will help to reduce inflammation 68% in just 8 weeks. And that was actually published in a medical journal. And our omega-3 has all 8 of the omega-3. So you're getting one of these fish oils in this little multivitamin pack. And you're getting one of these carotenoids in this pack that we talked about earlier that helps to boost your immune system. And almost 90% of North Americans do not meet the vegetable intake recommendations. Remember, the 19 servings a day. So even by adding one a day, my goodness, it really helps to support your immune system. Now let's talk a little bit now about diet and sugar and the immune system. I mean, there's sugar hidden in different packaged foods, canned foods. You really got to read labels to see. And then there's a lot of your bad choices that sometimes we make, especially when you look at some of the sugary desserts that are around us. And sugar can really ruin your health. This was an author by the book Lick the Sugar Habit. And sugar can suppress your immune system and impair your defense against infectious disease. So, the immune suppressing effects of sugar starts less than 30 minutes after ingesting and lasts approximately 5 hours. Okay. So you really got to look. I'm not saying never eat sugar, but some people eat it every day, or they eat it all day in their snacks and their cereals and, bagels and muffins and sweets. So you really got to look at the whole day and where are you getting the sugar and putting it into your body. Now, I think some of the challenges is our kids, right? Some of these sugar cereals, box cereals, and usually the carbohydrates, things like pancakes and waffles. And what do kids eat for breakfast? Sometimes they're eating these things or eating nothing. Where's the protein? So important to look at breakfast and how you start your morning. Or the Neolife Shake. It's a great way to start your morning. It's a complete protein. It gets your blood sugar in the glycemic control zone. So great for diabetes or pre-diabetics. And it does help your heart, lowers your BMI. But what's more important is it has all 22 amino acids, and they're not just used for muscle building or, bulking up. It helps with health, digestion, so aids with digestive enzymes, helps with antibodies, so helps to fight infection and disease, helps to balance your hormones, collagen in your skin, yes, regulating blood sugar. But protein makes T cells, and T cells are cancer-fighting cells. I've not gone a day in 33 years without a Neolife Shake other than when we do a detox. This has been my morning, and even my kids have grown up on the Neolife Shake. Tastes absolutely fantastic. There's nothing artificial in this product, and there's no high fructose corn syrup or nothing artificial, and it's very easy to digest and no GMO ingredients. So when you partner the protein shake with our Pro Vitality, we call this a breakfast solution. So it's a great foundation if you're just looking for some energy, and again, filling the gaps as to what's missing in your diet. So let's talk a little bit now about the targeted solutions and dive deeper into the immune system. And we talked about the evil things of aging, right? Inflammation and oxidation. So we talked about the carotenoids. We talked about the omega-3 with the inflammation. But we also have a powerful product called PhytoDefense. So this is extra. This is if you're really struggling with a really weak immune system, or you're battling something and you really need more water for the fire. Okay, you just pick, like when you picture like a candle that's lit and you just need a little bit of water, right, to put the candle out. But when you have a massive house fire, you need a truckload of water, right? So this is what this PhytoDefense is. It is like that truckload. Okay. It's a powerful product of optimal servings of fruits and vegetables. So we talked about carotenoids. There's 3 of these in this in this PhytoDefense. and there's 2 flavonoids and 1 cruciferous, okay? So the flavonoids are your water soluble. We talked about carotenoids, which are your fat soluble antioxidants. The flavonoids are your water soluble antioxidants, and they come from green tea, cranberries, kale, beets, elderberry, grapes, oranges, lemons, and grapefruit. Okay, so water soluble. Then there's your cruciferous vegetables, your smelly vegetables when you cook them. And they say that you should be eating a cruciferous vegetable every single day to protect your body against hormonally mediated cancers. Okay, so broccoli, radish, kale, black mustard, brown mustard, watercress, oranges, licorice, soybeans. The cruciferous vegetables, they're not antioxidants. They actually detoxify your cell. So remember we talked about all the toxins in the environment that come into the cell, or the toxins from your food. The cruciferous vegetables pull these toxins out. And that's why there's one of these in this phytodefense. We have an incredible testimonial that was posted in our Neolife Healthy Living community back. Araceli, I know Araceli. She's one of the distributors in LA, and this is her husband's testimonial. In March of 2018, my husband was diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma cancer. The doctor's words were very aggressive and already metastatic. So it's kind of scary. She was scared. He was scared. The next day, my husband started a protocol. 6 months later, just 6 months later, this is the recovery that he's had. Now, he took 9 Phytodefense a day, 9 Tran a day, 15 vitamin C, 6 garlic, 6 zinc, 3 E, 1 A, 2 Neolife shakes a day. So remember I talked about the fire and the amount of water that has to go on a massive house fire? Well, this was like a massive fire. Now, he's not still doing this today. He's on an amazing maintenance program. But in order to get to where he needed to get to, he needed that massive water, right? So he also mixed up some of the aloe vera gel with vitamin E and zinc and put it on the melanoma area as well. He used the Neolife shampoo and conditioner. They changed their eating habits to only fruit and vegetables, and they did the protein shake. And with the grace of God, in 6 months, my beloved husband was cancer-free. So he continued taking Neolife nutrition, and those are the pictures that I showed you. Now, I'm not saying that Neolife products cure disease. Okay, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to say that if you're looking at the best nutrition and to give your body the best source and the best fight, you got to look at everything: your environment, your food, your diet, and good quality supplements to give your body the best ammunition to heal, right, and repair itself. And even Heather, I don't think Heather's joined us this evening, but Heather also had melanoma. She has a powerful, powerful testimonial, and her brother actually passed away of melanoma, and she shares her journey many times with us on how if it wasn't for the good nutrition, she didn't think she'd be able to fight, her battling her cancer either. And this is a beautiful testimonial. So just wanted to share. Heather also has had amazing results, giving her body the best ammunition and support to recover from cancer as well. And then there's Louis. Some of you know Louis Smith. He has an interview. If you want to get a hold of it, it's on YouTube. But he was terminal with stage 4 leukemia at age 26. That's more than 30 years ago. And to cancer. And, he travels now all over the world, helping people understand that there's natural solutions such as Neolife. He has an incredible story. And we all know Louis, but good nutrition and changing his diet, adding supplements completely saved his life. So just amazing story. Now, there's also other things. We hear a lot about bowel cancer, rectal cancer, esophageal cancer. So anything to do with the digestive tract, and aloe vera has so many benefits. And I remember we had Don Lawson, who was a spokesperson for our company, used to talk about the importance of aloe in keeping your digestive tract healthy and inflammation down through the digestive tract, especially intestines and bowels. And bowel cancers are one of the fastest growing cancers right now. So the aloe vera plant has incredible healing properties and also detoxifies the cell and also reduces inflammation. Now there was an aloe product out there that people were using, and guess what? They found zero aloe in their aloe product. So we're very proud of our aloe vera, manufactured near the foot of the Swiss Alps in central Switzerland. They are using locally sourced water from natural springs and deep aquifers. So this is, and the aloe vera, I'm actually drinking it right now with a little bit of our antioxidant drink called Trey. It's so refreshing. It tastes absolutely incredible. And the aloe contains the highest quality aloe vera gel, known for its antioxidant properties. So there's that word again, antioxidants, right? It meets the standards of the International Aloe Science Council, a voluntary group that establishes standards for aloe vera products. We're so proud of our aloe vera product, an amazing internal healer, and also, especially if there is bowel cancer or esophageal cancer, if you have a lot of acid reflux, you really need to make sure you get that under control. And the aloe plays an incredible role in helping to get that settled and healed. So aloe vera, hands down, part of our cancer fight. And then there's also cleaning products. Look at what you're using in your home, around your kids, around your pets. I mean, Neolife was one of the first companies to go green in 1958, okay? Our cleaners save you money because we don't sell you the water. They're very concentrated and they work amazing. And you use less, okay? So that means you spend less while you're doing good to the environment. And one of my favorites is I wash all my fruits and vegetables in our LDC called Light Duty Cleaner, because they spray all your food with an oil-based pesticide. So I'm just going to show a quick little video on why it's important to wash your fruits and vegetables in LDC. Product that Neolife developed, and Neolife was one of the first companies to go green back in the 60s. Okay, so our Light Duty Cleaner is one of my favorites because it's to wash your fruits and vegetables. It's also designed for fine washables, but the demo I'm going to use today is to show you how it removes pesticides and chemical sprays off your food. Because as we know, a lot of our food, all our fruits and vegetables are heavily sprayed. So just to give you an example, if you look at the broccoli that's sitting in these glasses, there's a little bit of the LDC, which is very concentrated. So you put about this much cleaner and the rest you fill up with water. I put a little squirt of that in here. And if you can see how the broccoli is actually sinking, okay? Because I put a little bit of soap in there and it's removing the chemical sprays, as opposed to this broccoli, where see how the water is just beating off. So I'm going to do a bigger demonstration using an actual head of broccoli. Cold water, and if you can see, when you can see the broccoli and the water, you see it's beating off. It's beating off because it's sprayed with an oil-based pesticide. So the chemical sprays are not coming off of the broccoli. But if you wash the broccoli, this is just a little bit of LDC in the water, okay? Again, diluted, not constant, not straight. Okay, and you take the water, and you see how the water is actually seeping right into the broccoli and removing all the chemical sprays. So I wash everything: bananas, cantaloupe, all your melons, spinach, kale, all your fruits and vegetables, washed in LDC, greener, cleaner fruits and vegetables that are safe to consume. They taste really good too. You really notice a difference. So just some final thoughts that I'd like to cover a little bit. There's a large body of scientific evidence that suggests that patients with most types of cancer have a much better outcomes when nutritional support is added to nutritional medical treatments of cancer. Okay, so if you are going to be having cancer treatment, nutrition and supporting your body with good nutrients, you have a better chance of the treatment working. Antioxidants like beta carotene, vitamin C, vitamin E, and selenium appear to enhance the effectiveness of chemo, radiation, hyperthermia, while minimizing damage to the patient's normal cells, okay? Thus making therapy more of a selective toxin. And this is a doctor that wrote a book, Beating Cancer with Nutrition. The amount of antioxidants that you maintain in your body is directly proportional to how long you will live. And this is from the director of anti-aging research at the National Institute of Health. So it's really important to look at nutrition. You know, whatever you decide to do, if you're going to do it with medication, then nutrition is greatly needed, even without medication. So some of you are probably wondering, well, how do I get a hold of some of these amazing products that we talked about tonight? Well, it's free to become a member of the Neolife Club. And as soon as you become a member, you automatically get a 10% discount. And when you go on either the vitamin pack or the breakfast solution, it's a month supply. Even the aloe vera, a month supply. The Phyto Defense is a month supply if you're doing 1 pack a day. If you have it coming on a monthly order, it doubles your savings of 20%. And you also get all your shipping back in 6 months for being a loyal customer. And that breakfast solution or the Pro Vitality pack, if you introduce 3 people to that, like a referral program, yours is free every month. My customers love getting their products for free and also getting their shipping back in 6 months. And if you're kind of curious about the business opportunity and income opportunity, I just want you to know it's working to start a business for as little as $90 in Canada or 75 in the US. I've been with this company for 33 years. I had no intention of getting involved in a business, but when I saw the benefits of the product, especially with my family and friends, I knew that I had to make a difference and tell people, and impacting lives was something that I really truly wanted to do. So I was able to leave my police career and venture into the amazing journey where I truly am impacting people's lives and just giving people a better chance of having a better quality of life, right? Because without your health, you don't have anything. So if you've just joined us tonight, just want to hear about how you can have more energy, you know, protect your body, protect yourselves, become a member, give the products a try. I promise you, you'll be so grateful. And if you're kind of curious about the income opportunity, just reach out to the person that invited you, and we can share a little bit more on how this can really impact you financially as well, whether it be just a little bit of cash, or if you're looking for something like me where I wanted to replace my police income. And if you have more questions, that's okay too. Please get back to the person who invited you, and they'll be so happy to spend time with you. I'll stop the recording and open up to any questions that you may have. So I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate you all.